Can you imagine going from the last pick in the NFL draft, where you're literally called Mr. Irrelevant, to leading your team to the Super Bowl? That's exactly what Brock Purdy has done. In 2022, nobody expected much from the guy picked dead last. But Purdy turned that label into fuel and transformed into one of the most promising quarterbacks in the league. His consistency, leadership, and game-changing plays have made him impossible to ignore. Now, here's the real question. What happened to the 8 quarterbacks picked ahead of him? Have any of them managed to match his meteoric rise, or have they faded into the background? Let's break it down and see how they stack up against the unstoppable Brock Purdy. The first quarterback taken in the 2022 NFL Draft was
Kenny Pickett,
quarterback,
Pittsburgh.
Despite being a 3-star recruit out of high school, Pickett became a star at the University of Pittsburgh, throwing for 4,319 yards, 42 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions in his final season. Yet, his NFL draft narrative was dominated by one strange detail: his hand size measuring just 8.5 inches, small for an NFL quarterback. This raised concerns about his ability to handle the ball, especially in tough weather. Despite the chatter, Pickett stayed in state with the Steelers. However, he wasn't the immediate starter, sitting behind Mitch Trubisky. By week 4, he got his chance against the New York Jets, rushing for 2 touchdowns but throwing 3 interceptions. As the season progressed, Pickett helped lead the Steelers to 7 wins in their last 9 games, showing promise, though they missed the playoffs. His rookie stats? Modest. 2,404 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Heading into 2023, expectations were high, but Pickett struggled and suffered an injury by week 13, finishing the season with just 6 touchdowns. In the offseason, he was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, now backing up Jalen Hurts and hoping for a fresh start. And, hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown and appreciate the hard work that goes into creating content like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It's the result of one person's dedication, and your support means everything. Let's grow this channel together. The second quarterback taken in the 2022 NFL Draft was
Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Cincinnati.
Okay, so there it is.
Ridder came into the draft with plenty of hype after a stellar career at the University of Cincinnati, where he was known for his dual-threat ability. Starting as a 3-star recruit, Ridder left a legacy at Cincinnati, throwing for 3,334 yards, 30 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions in his senior year. His athleticism made him an even more exciting prospect, clocking a 4.52-second 40-yard dash, one of the fastest among recent quarterbacks. Despite his potential, Ridder spent most of his rookie season watching from the sidelines. He didn't get his shot until the final 4 games of the season, where he passed for 708 yards, 2 touchdowns, and, importantly, 0 interceptions. While his stats weren't groundbreaking, Ridder showed enough promise for the Falcons to name him their starter for the 2023 season. Things started well, with the Falcons winning their first 2 games. But soon after, Ridder's inconsistency took center stage. He finished the season with 2,836 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, while also fumbling the ball 12 times, raising serious concerns about his ball security. By season's end, Ridder was benched, and the Falcons traded him to the Arizona Cardinals. After an unimpressive preseason, the Cardinals cut him. Now a free agent, Ridder's NFL future is uncertain, but he remains hopeful for another opportunity to rebuild his career. The third quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was
Malik Willis, quarterback, Liberty.
Willis started as a 3-star recruit, initially committing to Auburn, but saw limited action in 2 seasons. He transferred to Liberty University, where he truly found his groove, throwing for 5,122 yards, 47 touchdowns, and 18 interceptions across 2 seasons. What set Willis apart was his ability to make plays with his legs, racking up 27 rushing touchdowns and proving himself as a true dual-threat quarterback. His raw athleticism and arm strength quickly caught the attention of NFL scouts. The Titans took a chance on Willis, intrigued by his potential, but his transition to the NFL was rocky. He saw early action in Week 2 of the 2022 season, but completed just 1 of 4 passes. His first start came in Week 8, where he threw for only 55 yards and an interception, despite the Titans winning. The struggles continued in Week 9, as he managed just 5 completions on 16 attempts in a loss to the Chiefs, raising questions about his ability to adapt to the pro game. Despite limited playing time, Willis's athletic upside remains intriguing. With improved accuracy and decision-making, his ceiling is high. However, after the Titans traded him for a 7th-round pick, Willis now finds himself with the Green Bay Packers as Jordan Love's potential backup. The next few weeks could determine if he can seize this opportunity and reshape his NFL future. The 4th quarterback taken in the 2022 NFL Draft was Matt Corral, selected by the Carolina Panthers just 2 picks after Malik Willis. Corral came into the league with a lot of promise as a highly touted 4-star recruit out of high school, showcasing his dual-threat abilities at Ole Miss. In his senior year, Corral threw for 3,349 yards, 20 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions. He also ran for 11 touchdowns, making him one of the most versatile quarterbacks in his class. But a lingering ankle injury caused him to miss the NFL Combine's 40-yard dash, impacting his draft stock. Corral's bad luck followed him into the NFL. He missed his entire rookie season due to foot surgery, stalling his development in a league where time is crucial. By August 2023, the Panthers cut ties with him. The New England Patriots picked him up, but Corral quickly dropped to 3rd-string quarterback behind Mac Jones and Bailey Zappe. His career took a puzzling turn when Corral left the Patriots without notice, leading to his demotion to the practice squad. He briefly played in the United Football League, but was released, and a short 2-week stint with the Minnesota Vikings ended in another cut. Now a free agent, Corral's NFL future is in limbo. Despite his undeniable talent, injuries and limited opportunities have derailed his career, leaving many to wonder if he'll ever get another shot at proving his potential in the league. The 5th quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was Bailey Zappe, drafted by the New England Patriots in the 4th round. Unlike many of his peers, Zappe wasn't a highly recruited prospect coming out of high school. He began his college career at Houston Baptist University, where he played 3 seasons before transferring to Western Kentucky, following his offensive coordinator, Zach Kittley. It was at Western Kentucky where Zappe truly made his mark, putting up video game-like numbers. During a record-setting 2021 season, Zappe threw for an incredible 5,967 yards, 62 touchdowns, and just 11 interceptions, shattering FBS records for single-season passing yards and touchdowns. His pinpoint accuracy and quick decision-making turned heads, and his respectable mobility, running a 4.78-second 40-yard dash, added to his draft appeal. The Patriots initially placed Zappe as their 3rd-string quarterback, behind Mac Jones and veteran Brian Hoyer. But fate intervened when both Jones and Hoyer were sidelined due to injuries in Week 4. Zappe stepped in during a game against the Green Bay Packers, throwing for 99 yards and a touchdown, becoming the first rookie QB of 2022 to throw a touchdown pass, although the Patriots lost in overtime. The next week, Zappe earned his first start against the Detroit Lions and led the Patriots to a 29-0 victory, throwing for 188 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. His poise under pressure was impressive, but it was Week 6 against the Cleveland Browns that really showcased his potential. Zappe threw for 309 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading the Patriots to another victory. His performances sparked discussions about whether he could challenge Mac Jones for the starting job. However, once Jones recovered, Zappe returned to his backup role, though he got another chance to start when Jones was injured again. Despite showing flashes of talent, Zappe also displayed his inexperience, throwing 2 interceptions in a Week 7 loss. Fast forward to the 2023 season. Zappe continued as a reliable backup, but never fully secured a starting role. In 2024, after being cut by the Patriots, Zappe was picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs and currently serves on their practice squad. Learning behind Patrick Mahomes in a high-powered offense presents an opportunity for Zappe to refine his skills. While Zappe hasn't solidified a starting job, his flashes of brilliance suggest he could carve out a successful career as a dependable backup, an invaluable asset in today's NFL. The 6th quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was Sam Howell, taken by the Washington Commanders in the 5th round. Despite being a late-round pick, Howell's potential was undeniable. A four-star recruit out of high school, he stayed in state to play for the University of North Carolina, where he became one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in college football. As a true freshman, Howell threw for 3,641 yards, 38 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions, displaying remarkable poise. By the time he finished his college career, he had over 10,000 passing yards and 92 touchdowns, cementing his legacy as one of North Carolina's all-time greats. Howell's rookie NFL season was quiet until Week 18, when he made his first start against the Dallas Cowboys. In that game, Howell impressed, throwing for 169 yards and scoring 2 total touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing, leading Washington to a surprise victory. This strong performance earned him the starting role for the 2023 season. His first full season as a starter was a roller coaster. Howell had moments of brilliance, such as in Week 8 against the Eagles, where he threw for 397 yards and 4 touchdowns. However, inconsistency plagued him, particularly in a Week 3 blowout loss to the Buffalo Bills, where he threw 4 interceptions. Howell finished the 2023 season with 3,946 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, and 21 interceptions. However, his biggest issue was protection. He was sacked a league-high 65 times, raising concerns about his long-term durability. In 2024, the Commanders traded Howell to the Seahawks, where he now serves as the backup to Geno Smith. With the right development, Howell still has the potential to become a starting quarterback once again, but he must improve decision-making and receive better protection to thrive. The 7th quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was Chris Oladokun, chosen by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 7th round. Interestingly, this was the Steelers' 2nd quarterback selection, having already picked Kenny Pickett. Oladokun, a 3-star recruit out of high school, took a non-traditional path to the NFL, eventually starring for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. In his senior year, Oladokun threw for 3,164 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions, showing off his potential as a dual-threat quarterback. His mobility and ability to make plays outside the pocket made him an intriguing prospect, but he faced long odds to make an NFL roster. After being drafted by the Steelers, Oladokun was cut before the start of the 2022 regular season, failing to secure a spot on the final 53-man roster. However, his journey didn't end there. The Kansas City Chiefs quickly picked him up and added him to their practice squad. While Oladokun has yet to play in an actual NFL game, his time with the Chiefs still proved valuable. He was part of the practice squad during their Super Bowl-winning seasons, earning 2 Super Bowl rings. Though he didn't see the field, being in a championship organization gave him invaluable experience. Heading into the 2024 season, the Chiefs waived Oladokun, making him a free agent. Despite his limited opportunities, his dual-threat abilities make him an intriguing option for teams in need of quarterback depth. Whether he'll find another opportunity remains to be seen. The 8th quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was Skylar Thompson, taken by the Miami Dolphins in the 7th round. A highly regarded 4-star recruit out of high school, Thompson's college career at Kansas State was unfortunately plagued by injuries, limiting his production. Despite showing flashes of potential, his best single-season performance saw him throw just 12 touchdowns, raising concerns about his durability as an NFL prospect. However, Thompson's NFL journey took an unexpected turn during his rookie year. After a strong preseason with the Dolphins, he avoided being cut and earned a spot on the roster. Although Thompson wasn't expected to see much regular season action, he did appear in several games, showcasing enough skill to maintain his role as a reserve quarterback. The most surprising moment of Thompson's rookie season came in the playoffs. With injuries sidelining Miami's starting quarterbacks, Thompson was thrust into the starting role for the wild card round against the Buffalo Bills. Despite the high stakes, he struggled, throwing for 220 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions in a narrow 34-31 loss. Though the Dolphins were eliminated, Thompson gained invaluable experience starting in a playoff game, a rare opportunity for a 7th-round pick. As of 2024, Thompson remains with the Dolphins as a reliable backup quarterback. While he hasn't emerged as a star, his steady performances have made him a dependable second-string option, capable of stepping in when needed and handling pressure situations. The ninth quarterback selected in the 2022 NFL Draft was Brock Purdy, taken by the San Francisco 49ers with the 262nd and final pick, earning him the infamous title of Mr. Irrelevant. However, Purdy's NFL journey has been anything but irrelevant. Coming out of high school, he was a three-star recruit who committed to Iowa State University. While his recruitment didn't grab headlines, Purdy quickly made an impact in college. As a freshman, Purdy began the season as Iowa State's third-string quarterback, but injuries to the two players ahead of him thrust him into the starting role. He went on to start 8 games that season, and over his 4-year college career, put up stellar numbers: 12,170 passing yards, 81 touchdowns, and 33 interceptions. Purdy also had the advantage of playing alongside star running back Breece Hall, which helped elevate his performance. Despite his strong college career, Purdy was projected by NFL.com as a priority undrafted free agent, explaining his late draft selection. Purdy entered the 2022 NFL season as the 49ers' third-string quarterback, behind Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. However, his athleticism and mobility, showcased by his 4.76-second 40-yard dash, made him a dynamic option. Early in the season, Trey Lance suffered a season-ending injury in Week 2, with Garoppolo taking over. Remarkably, head coach Kyle Shanahan reportedly believed Purdy was the best quarterback on the roster during training camp, but the 49ers initially stuck with Lance due to their investment in him. Purdy's first NFL action came against the Kansas City Chiefs, where he threw for 66 yards and an interception, far from an ideal start. But when Garoppolo was injured in Week 13, Purdy took over as the starter, finishing that game with 210 yards and 2 touchdowns, becoming the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touchdown in a regular season game. Purdy's rise was nothing short of remarkable. He led the 49ers to a 5-0 record as a starter, including a headline-grabbing win over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. His poise and ability to run Shanahan's offense caught the attention of the entire league. In the wild-card round of the playoffs, Purdy delivered one of his best performances, throwing for 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, and adding a rushing touchdown in a blowout win over the Seahawks, making him the first rookie quarterback in 49ers history to win a playoff game. Purdy then led the 49ers to victory over the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round, but his Cinderella run ended in the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. A serious elbow injury in the first quarter ended his day early, and with no healthy quarterback remaining, the 49ers were routed by Philadelphia. Entering the 2023 season as the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback, Brock Purdy had one goal: to prove his breakout rookie season was no fluke, and he delivered. Purdy threw for an impressive 4,280 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, showing remarkable growth in his second year. His league-leading 72.8 QBR quarterback rating highlighted his efficiency and decision-making, earning him a Pro Bowl selection. Purdy didn't just rack up stats. He led the 49ers to the Super Bowl, where they faced Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in an unforgettable matchup. Despite Purdy's strong performance, the 49ers lost in a dramatic overtime thriller. Mahomes led a game-winning drive in overtime, sealing a heartbreaking 49ers defeat. Still, Purdy's Super Bowl appearance solidified his status as one of the NFL's rising stars. Looking back at the 2022 quarterback draft class, Purdy has clearly outshined his peers. While many of the quarterbacks selected before him have struggled, Purdy has proven his ability to execute under pressure. Though some might credit his success to being part of a talented roster and working with head coach Kyle Shanahan, Purdy's poise and performance have silenced the doubters. Now, as the 49ers aim for another championship, all eyes are on Purdy to see if he can lead them back to glory. Before you go, remember that this content is the hard work of one person who is passionate about bringing you the best insights. If you found it valuable, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It truly helps and motivates me to keep going. Thanks for being a part of this journey.